Hey class, I just wanted to take this opportunity to sort of talk about my experience and talk about what I learned in WRA 150 this semester. In this class, I learned a lot about myself as a student, how I've become a better writer, and how this class has given me a chance to really help influence my life. Three things this class really taught me was, number one, time management. I learned the hard way with project number three. We had a couple days off, and I really didn't take advantage of them. We came back to class, and all this stuff was due, and I didn't have it done. So, I had to scram, and that was really frustrating. So, that just taught me to manage my time better. That really helped me out with projects 4 and 5 because I could take my time, and not really rush. And that helps me in other classes, just to manage my time with everything, and it makes a lot of stuff easier. The second thing I learned was that classes aren't discrete. They kind of go together simultaneously. So I took my Com 100 class and my writing class, WRA 150, and really implemented what I learned in one class to another, but vice versa. And in my remix project, I used talk cards that I learned from my Com class to help, for the delivery in my video, and I feel that that really made it stronger. And in my Com class, we had to write a descriptive, persuasive speech, and all we've done in WR is descriptive stuff. So that really helped me. The first project, describing, learning memoir. I took what I learned there and really applied it to that, and I feel that it made that stronger in that aspect. The third thing this class taught me is, it really depends on yourself and your work ethic, to be successful as a student in college. It's not like high school where there's only 20 some kids in a class and teachers really have time to sit down with everyone. Professors have hundreds if not thousands of kids they have to deal with over the span of the year. So it's really hard just to find out that it's on you to get your stuff done. No one's really going to be there to help you like they were in high school. In our writing class, we talk about some writing techniques, but that was about it. And then you were kind of on your own, so you had to figure it out for yourself, and that was new for me. So I learned that from this class that I really have to adjust in that aspect. And then to be successful on projects, we would have our check-in meetings, and then we would have a couple weeks off to work on it, so we didn't really have a lot of class guiding that. That's something I'm gonna have to get used to in order to be successful. So that has really taught me a lot, and what I'm gonna have to do later on in my college career. And then, we were handed the assignment sheet, and we were really expected just to, sort of figure it out. Like I said earlier, so in college you're going to have to do that, and you're really going to have to learn on yourself. The teachers, they're going to only be there so much, but now it's really on you. This class is also affecting me as a student. Monday mornings at 8 a.m. you don't want to get up to go to a writing class, but you have to if you want to be successful. So that's one thing that I've taken from this class, that you really got to be on top of your stuff and get there on time and be at every class if you really want to be successful. This class has also really engaged me in the university, and this being my first semester here, it's really made the transition easier. With project number three, the major research project, I got a chance to go interview some professors, and that really, just was cool to go out and meet new teachers. And also we had one day where we had that little scavenger hunt where we had to go interview people and what their majors were. I actually met someone who lived on my dorm who I hadn't knew, and now I eat breakfast with him a couple days a week. So I met a new friend through that. Also, just meeting people in class. Being on the football team, you kind of get stuck in that culture and kind of only tend to hang out with them every now and then. But Guadalupe Alvarez is a kid in our class who's a big football fan. Me and him are big Michigan State sports fans, so we follow each other on social medias and just talk about sports. So this class gave me an opportunity to meet new people as well. As far as myself as a writer, this class really taught me two main things. In high school, you're kind of just given a subject, and then you could write whatever you wanted. Now, we'd get a prompt and you'd have to write about that. So it was kind of tough for me to adjust to writing about what you wanted me to write about, but once the semester got rolling, I really became better at that. Also, I got better over the semester in finding information to use to support my theory. Felt that if I wanted to prove something, I found something that was scholarly or a credible source, that really backed up my claim. And in my writing, I think that showed, and it made me as a writer more credible. So I felt that made me a stronger writer, and I think that's one of the strongest aspects of my writing. And over the first 4 projects, you could really write about yourself and find out things about yourself and think back about the past and whatnot. So just thinking about that, it really gets me thinking about some things and how I'm gonna live the rest of my life really. So that was cool just to kind of sit back, write about it, and reflect on it. But the main thing that I took from this class and how it really influenced my life, I said it in my thesis, might sound corny, but this class really did influence my life because I thought I was going to be a hospitality business major. And from this project, I learned that I really didn't want to do that, just going and interviewing people. So, from that project, I single-handedly found out that I didn't want that to be my major. That's a game changer. So that's big. I'd just like to thank you guys and, Sarah for watching my video. This class has done a lot for me this year, and it's really taught me a lot of things that I think will be beneficial, in my college career. And hope to see you guys around. Thanks for watching.